Okay, hey everybody, it's me, Posh, here at TurtleBunnyLife page. This is part 2 displaying the actual setup of my actual Zencraft Midori. This is the extra large Zencraft quadfold by Yochanan Israel. On here I do have a charm that is the Hourglass charm off the fantasy set that's available at Hobby Lobby. Or Fairy Tale Fantasy I should say, and it's got black sand in it, so it matches perfectly with this black Zencraft. And then there's the bookmark, which I don't have a charm on it yet because I just ordered a charm and it hasn't arrived yet, but that's alright. But here's the bottom view of my chunky monkey, and here's the top view, and here is the side view. Now keep in mind this may look similar to the actual video of the general overview, but this is the actual setup of my true insert. So I'm gonna go ahead and start on that for you guys. Now most of my inserts are actually Moleskine size. Oh, my bad. Are Moleskine, but here it is when you first open it. Once you fold out the right side, you're gonna have your reporter's notebook. This reporter's notebook I am thinking about using as my new bullet journal setup, just for the time being, as a tester for 2 weeks. Previously I had the DIY Fish Personal day on 1 pages printed out to fit the Midori size. Now I love these pages, so that's why I've already printed them out and have been using them. I still have, these were enough to cover all the way to August, so most cases I'm going to skip over the month of July based on, it's pretty much almost July now, and do the 2 weeks, maybe a month of doing bullet journaling daily on the reporter's notebook, because I want to put this to use for something, but I want that something to actually work for me, since I've already got a brain dump journal and a list of list journals, so I don't have a specific bullet journal. So that's what the ideal is for this reporter's notebook. Now this orange Moleskine Volant is my list of lists, and it's still a work in progress. I'm just now starting to set this up since I'm transferring most of my information out of my Midori inserts. But this is my vacay, or pretty much wish list or bucket list, however you want to call it. But these are all the places that I would love to visit as different vacation places. I know one day I'll be able to check them all off. That is my eventual goal. So the list of list books would be something that would stay with me. I've got books to read list. My goal is to read 1 book a month, and so far I'm on track because May is the first month I started this book month. For June, since I got 1 more day, being tomorrow in June, to finish my book that I'm currently reading, which is Ask and It's Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks, which is right here on the list. I'm almost done with that book, so I definitely am going to be pushing to meet my deadline. But yeah, these are my books to read. I have a few blank pages so that I can add on more books as I discover them. I've got my movies to see list. I went and found a 2014 to 2015 release list for movies that are coming out that I definitely want to see, so I've added them to the list. And I actually just saw Transformers 4 yesterday. That movie was really good. I wasn't sure if it was going to be that good since they changed the main characters, but it was really good. I would definitely see that again. I left some more space to add on additional movies as I see fit, and then I've actually added in a goals sheet list. I'm still working on goals, but I can expand as much as I want. I plan on adding a master's task list in this notebook. That way I can pull different tasks that I want to complete in different months and weeks and transfer them into what follows behind, being the DIY Fish Midori inserts. So I had this set up as bullet journaling because this is where I had these DIY Fish personal sizes inserted. They were actually inserted in between each week. I had like 4 pages to each week, so that way the double-sided copies covered 8 days. Like I said, again, I'm going to revisit those, but right now I want to try out a different method since this comes with a reporter notebook. So there's the index. I have a master's list of events and birthdays for the year, as well as partially into next year. I've got the monthly task list based on, again, the bullet journal setup. I did not get these inserts or at least start using them into the month of June, which is when I discovered them. So I tried to fill in some stuff from May that I know I needed to input in there, like work schedules and so forth. That's why most of these pages are empty. So here I have, let me try to zoom in for you guys. Hopefully it doesn't come up blurry, because sometimes it does. It's not too bad. So here's the task list for June. I do each month with a washi tape running vertically, and then at the top I'll do a horizontal tape for each week, because the week is on the let me zoom out because that got too close. The week's on the back side. So for the month of June, this is what it looked like. Again, this is a work in progress. Hold on. Work in progress. So I have different dots that actually stand for different members of the household. Like the red dots stand for my dog. His name is Raiden. He is an actual black boxer. And then the blue dot is for my twin sister, her work schedule. Every month she works a particular Saturday in the month, which is a day that I'll have to watch my niece, so I want to keep track of that. The yellow days are any days that is something that involves me personally, whether it's an appointment or a spa day or a time off at work, because anytime I have time off, I've drawn this like arrow to show that I'm off for that particular day. And then the other colors really don't mean too much. I just kind of write in whatever color I'm feeling like. But yeah, that's pretty much my first trial month using the Midori DIY fish inserts. Then on the bottom I have my habit tracking. From there, as you guys can see, there's everything from the Bible all the way to Crimson Flag. And if you're a woman, you should know Crimson Flag, and it's also another name for ant flow. So I want to keep track of that. But here I decided to use this bottom box for future events, due to this setup does not allow you to currently, I mean, you could easily flip to the month of June, but sometimes when I'm planning things out, I kind of want to see what's about to come up immediately the following month. So this is what this box is for events and so forth. This box is like a mini planning shopping list. Like for instance, if I've got birthdays, you see there, I've got ideas of what I plan on getting that person. So that kind of helps there, and things that I want to buy on my list for that month. Okay, and so proceeding, I've got months, or my weekly setup. Again, I didn't start using this till about mid-June. I wasn't really sure how I was going to use this. So far I've been using it to write horizontally, even though it's set up vertically. And again, the colors really didn't mean too much for me. I had the daily pages inserted in between, so they would have fit underneath this particular month. Yeah, see, there would have been an insert in between there. Then I had a list of any carryover tasks that I didn't complete for this week, so that I can start to sort them out for the following week. So that's why you see like this blank side, is because I took out the daily pages. And so these are some of the tasks that from this carryover list that I decided to apply into this particular week. So that's just a few of those tasks. I think, yeah, this is the week where I started to do a different color coding system to have different colors mean different time frames. For instance, I had a light green that meant the task would take anywhere from 16 to 45 minutes. Then I had dark green meant the task was going to take 15 minutes or less. I had a yellow task that meant the task was going to take close to an hour, and then anything in red meant that it was going to be beyond an hour. So that's something that's still a work in progress. This is one of the last weeks, I want to say, in June. I decided to split this to track not only personal but my business. Since I'm starting up an online boutique, I want to be able to keep track of both of them versus having two separate calendar systems, since self-employment is pretty much into the personal category if you ask me. But yes, that's how I plan on using the futures, changing up some of the habit tracking, because I wanted to actually track inventory for business-wise as well as orders and sales. So as that progresses along, I will do update videos for that. But these are my DIY fish inserts covering from months May through December. So this is 2 different booklets. Okay, so that's for that side. I'm going to go ahead and look at the left panel. This Moleskine type cover size is inspired by Minions, because I love the Despicable Me Minions, but this is using the Skinny Jane printables. These I plan on using for just my business. whether it's different tasks and inventory and orders. This allows me to do that without having to use the DIY fish inserts. I'm not going to be tracking any water on here. That's just not going to happen. But everything else will be business orders and so forth. So that's that one. This actual Moleskine notebook is my business information, my vendors list, and soon I'll be, here's some tasks I need to take care of for just business wise. And prices, I'm going to set up a price sheet here for various price ranges for different outfits and clothing items for women. And this will also track my orders in detail as well. This cover Moleskine booklet is another one of the Skinny Jane printables. It's for blogging, so I can plan out any blogs or videos that I plan on making, whether it's business related or YouTube related for Midori's and so forth. I can track that and figure out how I plan to do that. This last Moleskine journal is my bucket dump or brain dump. This is my first time ever doing a brain dump, which is why you see the first page is from yesterday of different ideas that I plan on revamping within my whole setup. So again, this setup is a work in progress because I was using strictly Midori inserts, which are these size. So like this is my old bullet journal, which I'm not using, but I fell in love with bullet journaling because I was able to get a lot more accomplished. I even started setting it up until I decided to change it to something different. Not that I hated it, it's just that I constantly change until I find something that I can truly stick with. So I'm going to be keeping all my blanks until I feel like I need to go back into them. And then I'm going to be revamping the cover for my Midori insert. My sister's going to make the inside of my cover so that it has folder pockets and looks to fit me and help me out while I'm having my calendar. I can actually take this out and on the go and still look really cool. So this is hers. I want to try to see if I can actually take hers and she make another one. We'll see. But yeah, this is her first time making it. This is Bunny's actual Midori setup. I'm trying to get her into them, and she actually incorporates Skinny Jane too, but we both run online boutiques that we're in the midst of setting up for women's clothing. So that may be on this YouTube channel soon. Who knows? But yeah, this is my overall setup. Hope you guys like it. Again, it's a work in progress. I'm still new to the whole Midori setup anyways, and just trying to test out what works for me and what doesn't. So until then, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.